I'm Christine Tong. I was the disability officer for South Thanet. I share my sofa and my life with the suspended chair of South Thanet. I was expelled in October for wishing good luck to Chris Williamson. So South Thanet doesn't have a disability officer anymore. I was the temporary secretary, so I was a kind of double prized for expulsion. Um, it seems to me that the Labour Party has been excluding and purging disabled people long before the current witch hunt, just by making it very hard to get into meetings, get into any kind of position, and if they get any higher, to actually get into Parliament, which is full of steps and is very disabled unfriendly. I see the Disability Working Group as working in three main areas. One is access, physical access. We've been shut out of things, we've been shut out of buildings, we can't get wheelchairs up steps, we can't get them around our towns. There's so much to do just in the way of physical access to everything. But also policy. People have been uh, discriminated against in terms of government policies. Disabled people were the main victims of austerity even before the pandemic started, and we were the main victims of the pandemic. There are 14 million disabled people in the UK, and we need to be represented politically, and we're not at the moment. And the third thing is attitude. So access, policy, and attitude. We want respect, we want to be listened to, and we want people to take seriously the kind of things that we need. I see the Labour in Exile Network Working Group as finding the policies that we want to push Labour to push for in Parliament that they're not doing. We're not being represented by the Labour Party at the moment at all. The shadow disability minister, it's a weird thing to say, but maybe she's not disabled enough to understand exactly what the problems are. They're not taking us seriously. I'd like people to join the group if you're disabled, but also if you're a carer, because disability tires you out. It stops you doing a lot of things, and maybe you just need to be someone connected to a disabled person who can represent their views. In South Thanet, the disability officers in the CLP and the different branches got fed up with getting no action through the Labour Party itself, through the official channels. So we set up what we thought of as a kind of military wing of the disability movement. We set up an organisation called Access Thanet, and we went around with our sticks and our wheelchairs, trying to get into buildings and making a fuss. And a lot of places built ramps and took care that they'd got a disabled entrance and thought about us. And when we booked meetings, we made sure that there was good disability access. It's endless, though, because the world isn't geared to disabled people, and it should be. It should be taken into account in every left-wing policy that anyone formulates. I think Rona said earlier how people have been discriminated against, and people have died under the policies of the current government. They've been impoverished by the policies of the current government, and probably by Labour Party policies as well. So there's a lot to do. Please join us.